Guys, so Piranha here with another video, and oh boy do we have some fry. So as you can see, I've got a few guppy fry here that have recently been birthed. Take a guess at which female birthed them. Probably this skinny as one down here. That one's a lot skinnier than the other. Maybe it's the other one actually, I could have been wrong. But yeah, definitely been pumping out some babies. As you can see, there's, I don't know, probably 20 or so tiny little fry hanging out. That seems to be the spot where the fry like to hang, up at the back there, and then, you know, into the Java moss a bit. I haven't fed them today yet, I just woke up. There were fry yesterday, but I think the female's still giving birth. I counted about 5, and obviously a few more were pumped out. That's awesome to see. Yesterday I was talking, I did like a bit of a clip, but didn't turn out great, and I was saying, oh, there's like 12 guppies in here now, but I don't even know how many more there are. Now there's probably, you know, 26 or 30 maybe. So these are the original fry that I got earlier, that were birthed maybe a couple weeks ago. And these are the latest ones, so there's a bit of a size difference, so I will be able to tell which ones came from where. But it's awesome to see all these tiny little fry. So I will be moving some of these fish out. Obviously there's not enough space for, you know, 20 or so fully grown guppies in here. And I would like to make sure I know which ones were the original 4 that I bought. Just to keep, you know, the lines going and keep track of who's who and what's going on. Obviously I can't really tell, you know, each individual one apart, but at least I can, you know, group them in these two and whatnot. So I'll most likely be putting the fry, when they grow up a bit bigger, into that tank, and I will be getting rid of the other guppies in there. Obviously with guppies, you know, they breed like rabbits, or breed like guppies, I guess. So there's going to be more and more guppies coming. Likewise, when these, you know, grow up, they'll also be getting some babies going, I'm sure. There's a bit of a size comparison, so that one there is the first fry, and then the ones behind it and stuff and around it are the latest ones. Count, I got around 15 or 16, I'm sure there's more than that. So that brings my total of guppies up to, what, 22 or 23? Which is really cool. I'm really happy with that, you know, starting with 4 and already got a bunch more. Not trying to rhyme or anything, but it does. So yeah, it's really awesome to, you know, see babies. If your babies are going well and they're surviving, you know you're doing something right. And hopefully, you know, I can grow them up and make sure they grow out normally with no deformities. I'm going to try and keep an eye on them and learn a bit more about, you know, what can cause deformities and stuff. I know dirty water can cause some trouble, so I'll be making sure I do my water changes and gravel or sand, you know, cleaning. The shrimp in this tank, as you can see, there's so many. I really need to get back to my pet shop and, yeah, sell them off or at least trade them in or something. You know, this is like way too many shrimp. If your tank looks like this, then you're going to be probably having some issues. I'm sure the water quality is probably going down a bit, and I may have to do some more water changes, just because, you know, more shrimp equals more waste and whatnot. And I do have to feed them a bit more, I've noticed. They seem to munch down on anything I put in there, which isn't a bad thing. It means food doesn't really go to waste. You know, if you're putting a little too much in for your fish, then they eat it up. That's one of the great reasons for having shrimp. As you can see as well, I've changed the sponge over, and the shrimp love that as well. And the shrimp are all over here. More cory eggs, there's always cory eggs on this tank. I haven't bothered really separating them or anything. I'm fairly sure the shrimp have a munch on them, but I'm not really fussed. If they hatch sort of thing. If not, they're just food for the shrimp or the bristlenose. I will most likely be getting rid of one of my bristlenose just because they're both males and they're both getting pretty big. I believe this is the smaller one that I had, and he's like pretty chunky now. The other one usually hangs around in amongst this wood here, but yeah, I don't really see him around. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this tank. The Anubias is flowering, which is really cool. Means they're growing pretty well. They're not the hardest thing to grow, but you know, it's always nice to see a bit of flowering on your Anubias. Last but not least, little blue Better. We did get a name for him. His name is Doc Derpy. We were talking on the stream about it, and I sort of thought, oh, maybe I'll name it after one of the people watching. Dr. Black was there, and I thought, oh, Doctor, or like Doc or something sounds pretty cool. I also said how my girlfriend always calls my fish derpy, and always says they look derpy and just silly looking. So I thought Doc Derpy it is. He's really settled in. The tank's going alright. I still haven't put the CO2 on or anything like that, but you know, it is what it is. Still got a bit of algae. It's really hard to clean off these bits, but I've been having a go at it every now and then. Hopefully it'll clean off, and I want to see how the grass goes without CO2 and see if it can grow a bit or not. I know that, yeah, it is kind of essential to them, but we'll see. But yeah, he's doing really well. And the cherry shrimp are still around. They seem to hide a lot more now that he's in there. But I do see them, they haven't been eaten yet. I think maybe some of the smaller ones were. There's also a chance that they've crawled into the filter, but they would still be alive just in there somewhere. So yeah, really liking how he looks. He's coloured up a bit more. The camera still doesn't capture his colours very well, but yeah, you kind of get the idea, I guess. So say hello to Doc Derpy. So I know I said last but not least with Doc Derpy there, but I thought I'd give some love to Simba as well. Simba's doing great. His tank, as you can see up the top, having some issues with the floating plants. They seem to be dying off a bit. I moved the water as well, so it's making a bit of a splash and pushing them around, because it was very stable up there. So I'm going to have to get in there and clean out all of that dead floating plant material, so it doesn't dirty up the tank. As you can see, some of it's coming down. I do have plans to redo this tank a bit. It's not going as to plan. The plants as well don't seem to be doing great. So yeah, there's some plans that I have. I'll probably do another video about what I want to do, because it will be some big changes in my, I guess, fish room or my aquarium collection. So I'm really looking forward to, yeah, showing you what my plans are and seeing if any help is, you know, available. But that'll do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, hope you watched. It's more of just an update on the little fry. They're doing awesome. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, like and subscribe if you enjoy my fish stuff. Thanks for watching.